The year 2023 started to wind down, kind of crazy to think about. It's been a year full of delays. In some pretty decent titles, with Elden Ring we have got Ragnarok coming up, had some other pretty decent games. This year I discovered multiple indie games that have really stepped in to fill the void where big titles have well been repeatedly delayed or come down and they played like crap. So I was fortunate enough though to be provided an early access review code for a game called Soulstone SURVIVORS, and I want to make sure I thank to the folks over at Serious PR for interesting me with this code and not violate any rules. Flat out, this game rocked my socks off. I played majority of the time on my laptop in my bed with no socks on. What if they were not just no, they would have been blown night off. Now, if this is your first time watching my reviews, I do not put out any spoilers, as I want to provide knowledge to customers but not take away from the experience when you first play the games. But that's a review. Now this game is available on PC November 7th. It was developed by GameSmiths Limited, and this is a review. I'm going to give my thoughts on it, and then when the game releases it will hopefully give you the data to make purchasing decisions. Now, before I dive into the good stuff, make sure you guys do a few things at the start of this video, unlike your nice nephew or your kids. I'm not here to ask you to fork out money buying soap and overpriced cookies. For a sports team, now I just need you to a few free things, such as like the video and subscribe to the channel, so that you can too be a new investigator with detective seeds agency settings and story. Like I said, no spoilers in this review. You can thank me later, but I'm going to show gameplay only from the first couple of areas. I don't spoil anything. Soulstone SURVIVORS is an action-adventure roguelike game that thrusts you into multiple different levels with the main goal of slaying as many enemy forces as possible. There are endless hordes of enemies who fall under the Lords of the Void forces, and they are freaking relentless in their pursuit of trying to kill you. There are 5 different locations to fight on, each with their own variations of enemies, landscape and materials to be collected. The levels are not completed once you 100 them. Now, after completion, there is a Curses of the Void that opens, which appear to act as basically like a torrent system from Diablo, but they are referred to as the curses on this game. There are 4 curses the players can check, which make modification to the gameplay offering as a much harder experience. For you, I will touch on some of the upgrades that can help in the next sections. But I want to stick with the story here. There's really not with this vibrant storyline to follow in this game, but honestly the content within it was so good. I did not really give I was enamored by the content loop of going into each level with increased courses, finding materials to upgrade my gear, and trying to unlock as many characters as possible. Each character has unlockable thresholds that require me to grind the game to achieve it. Some of them are quite challenging but well worth it. Now this seems to be a good segue into the guts of the gameplay and future. Soulstone SURVIVORS offers a mix of Vampire Survivors, which I highly recommend Diablo. There are so many in-game skills, abilities, and attack variation that when I first started playing, I really had to take my time to read the abilities so I could properly stack my build. After a while, I recognized the names and sign of the upgrades, that I could quickly pick one which I actually need to know. At first, whenever I was playing this, I was like, players might get annoyed with this stuff popping up all the time, but after I got used to it, I was like, this is part of the game. It's almost like the kind of like a deck building portions where the cards are constantly coming out to add you in your progressions. Throughout the game, once you get used to collecting a ton of soul stones at once and seeing these pop-ups, you really start to understand why it's there. Now during each run, enemies are constantly dropping the soul stones that are used to upgrade your character. I was allotted 6 abilities to equip and use now, unlike Diablo. In some of the other games, there is no activations button to use each ability, as they are automatically triggered once they have run their cooldown time, and they will fire in the direction that you are pointing as you progress. So as the encounter, you will see a rank on the lower left of the screen with a yellow bar that is filled as you collect soul stones within the map. After that bar is filled, there is a screen proc that will allow you to choose abilities or upgrades that are very effective in combat. Might be extra armor or boost in your health and healing.